Hey guys, welcome back to Mesha's Corner. Today I'm going to be doing a white mushroom mac and cheese with a fresh breadcrumb bacon topping. I already have my bacon going on medium heat, and we're gonna use the same fat from this bacon to saute the mushrooms. Now that we rendered our bacon and removed it, we're gonna put all our mushrooms in the bacon fat, and we're just gonna cook this down until they're cooked through and browned. I'm not gonna add any salt to this until it's completely browned. This was just a mixture of mushrooms. I think these are like white button and shiitake mushrooms, but you could definitely use whatever you like. In this bowl I have a half a cup of those toasted French bread. I put it in the oven and just toasted up a little bit, and I chopped it up really small. Then in this corner you have the 4 strips of bacon that I cooked earlier. I chopped it really small. And over here I have 3 stalks of scallions that I also chopped up really small. And now I'm gonna start with maybe a teaspoon of butter, and we're gonna mix this up just to give it some moisture when you put it over the top of your mac and cheese. Okay, I want to use the whole. So in all, it's about a tablespoon of butter, and that's your topping. I boiled my noodles, and now I'm going to do the first step, which is I'm going to add all my mushrooms in that we sauteed earlier. Try not to get any of that juice in there. And 1 teaspoon of fresh black pepper. Stir this up. And remember guys, don't cook your macaroni all the way. Make sure it's a little underdone so that, because it has to go into the oven, so it will continue cooking. Now we're gonna work on our cheese sauce. Put your pot back on the stove or whatever you're using, and we're gonna melt 4 tablespoons of butter. Once your butter has melted, you're going to add 4 tablespoons of flour. So for every tablespoon of butter, you add a tablespoon of flour. Let this cook out for about 3 or 4 minutes. Now that this is cooked out, I'm going to start with 4.5 cups of cold milk. We're just gonna add this in here and keep stirring. A whisk will be preferable here, but I'm using a spoon. It still works out for me, so just keep stirring. You add a little bit at a time. There we go. Okay, now I need some more. 4.5 cups of milk was just right. We're gonna let this come to a boil, and then I'm going to add the cheese and our seasonings. Now that our custard has come to a boil, I'm going to add a tablespoon and a half of chopped garlic, about a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of fresh black pepper, and a half a teaspoon of nutmeg. And then we're gonna stir this gently. I'm using about 10 ounces of Italian blend cheese. And as soon as this comes back up to a boil, we're gonna turn it off, and we're gonna add our cheese. So now we're gonna add our 10 ounces of cheese. Now that our cheese sauce is done, I'm just gonna pour it in here slowly. Don't make a mess. And stir this up. After I get the cheese mixed in, I'm gonna cover it now with the 5 cheese Italian blend. And this was 1 pound of macaroni noodles that I used. I forgot to mention earlier. So just cover the top evenly. Now we're gonna add our topping that we made earlier. Evenly, we're gonna distribute this all over. Now we're gonna put this in the oven at 350 degrees uncovered for about 45 minutes to an hour. But make sure you check it after every 15 minutes. Check your macaroni to make sure you're not burning or anything. This is what the mac and cheese look like. fresh out the oven. Nice and brown and bubbly. Now I'm going to plate it up, and that will be it. This is what it looks like. The inside is creamy, and then you have the nice crust on top. See? Cheesy, cheesy goodness. Tell me this isn't the best white mushroom mac and cheese with bacon breadcrumb topping that you've ever seen in your life. Just God is good. Anyway, thanks for watching. Follow these recipes and more. Like, share, subscribe, and tell your friends. And yeah, thanks for joining me for another video. And yeah, bye.